In Matrix, we have a tab called Projects. Let's go to that one. On the front page, you'll see an overview of all your projects. You can filter them by managers, teams, and statuses. You'll see a variety of information. You can use your customized settings to add additional details as you like. Let's take one of the projects, Bridge Kingstown. This is where we expect the project manager to run his project. And you can see on the overview, you'll get a full overview of the main activities in the project. You have tasks, and I will have to remind you that we have a special tutorial about tasks. But as you see, this is where you add tasks for your projects and assign them to an employee. This is also where you manage your team. You can add team members here. You can see the allocation on the project. You can see how many hours the individual has already logged in her timesheets. So in this case, Maddie has already logged 55 hours and 45 minutes and is planned for another 5 hours. We can at any time include additional hours in the allocation. And you'll see 5 hours, but you'll also see a small percentage below the 5 hours, 113%, and that reflects the utilization for Maddie O'Brien across all projects. This means you get a very quick overview of how booked Maddie already is. So if I, as a project manager, need Maddie on this project, I will have to be aware that she's already quite booked on other projects. In the risk section, you'll notice you can add risks, but I will also remind you that we have a special tutorial for risks, so I will not spend time on this in this presentation. In the timeline, you will see a snapshot of your development, your financial development on the project. Every Monday, it will take a snapshot, and you'll see a revenue forecast at completion, along with the margin for each week. You can also capture the current financials. If you make a significant change, just press Capture, and it will be reflected in the graph. This allows you to track the project's financial progress and provides the company with a clear understanding of how you expect the projects to run from the start and how they actually perform at the end. This is very valuable information. Under Materials, you can add materials if you invoice or use them. It could be any material, software, hardware, whatever you sell. You can set a unit cost and apply a markup. You can include as many as you want. The same goes for external services. If you're on your project, you use external services, you just add the service. It could be due to technical surveys, LiDAR surveys, whatever. Then you just add the service and it will appear in the overview. For your information, all changes you make in these fields will be reflected in the financials. If you click on the Finance tab, you will see a total overview of the time budget, materials, external services, and expenses, and a total. In this project, you'll, for instance, see at the very end we have a forecasted margin based on revenue and forecasted total spending. That will give you a loss and a loss margin of 12.3%. It all means you get a total overview of your project, and any changes will be reflected in the financials. You can try to add 5 additional hours, go to Finance, scroll down, and you'll see the margin changes. Thank you.